Last year, the world added 2.6 million millionaire households. That's up 19%. That brought the total number of millionaire households to 16.3 million worldwide. We're joined now by Steve Siebold. He's the author of How Rich People Think. Steve, you would not contest the view, would you, that the rich, the top 20%, are getting richer and they're leaving behind everybody else? Are you going to contest that?
Oh, sure, I'd contest that. I mean, the rich are getting richer, but we're not leaving anyone else behind. The rich are welcoming the middle class to join them with open arms. We need more rich people, and we have 1 million new millionaires, Stuart, in this country in 2013. Over 1.1 new millionaires. People are getting richer, and the middle class is welcome to join.
Okay, now I think that's all good news. I'm not concerned about that. You say 1.1 million extra millionaires in the United States 2013. That's essentially because of the real estate recovery to some degree and the boom in the stock market. That's what's causing that, presumably.
Well, you're right about that. And of course, they've got money to be in equities and to have other investments. But the middle class, there's all kinds of opportunity out there like never before to get rich, to make money so you can be in equities, so you can have investments, and so you can become a millionaire.
Look, I'm with you, Steve. But the world is looking at this gap, and the gap is widening. And listen to what Robert Reich, a former Labor Secretary, is a man on the left. Here's what he had to say on his Facebook page last night. At what point does conspicuous consumption by the ultra-wealthy invite a revolution? That's pretty strong stuff. I mean, he's on board with this widening gap, and he's looking at the consequences. What do you say?
I think he doesn't get it. I don't think he's ever gotten it. This is a free market economy. I mean, how about the revolution, Stuart, being people go out and start a business? I'll give you an example. I tried last weekend, I tried to get someone to pick weeds at my house. I went out and picked weeds myself because I couldn't hire anyone to do it. I now have poisoned oak or ivy or something else. There's 100 houses in my neighborhood that could use someone to pull weeds. Someone could start a business, become a millionaire with 100 customers. I mean, the opportunities are out there. How about the revolution being going out and staking your claim and becoming a millionaire yourself?
Well, I'll tell you why. There's something called politics. And if you could inspire the vast majority of people to say, hey, we can't make it because those people are making it, you've got yourself a political problem. And that's what's happening right now. Listen to this. This is from Pope Francis. And this is a direct quote from what Pope Francis had to say. It is increasingly intolerable. The financial markets are shaping the destiny of peoples rather than serving their needs, or that the few derive immense wealth from financial speculation while the many are deeply burdened by the consequences. Your message, Steve, that the middle class can join in this wealth creation, your message is being drowned out by the Pope and by Robert Reich and by the left, who essentially say the deck is stacked against middle America.
Well, I completely disagree. I don't think they understand. I don't think the Pope, I love Pope Francis. He's fantastic, a great role model for people. But he doesn't understand that what the money that the rich have is an effect. The cause was the value they created in the marketplace to attain it. And it's a cause and effect relationship. You don't get one without the other.
Is there any policy which you would champion right now as a way of getting the middle class to move on up?
Yeah, get the government out of the way. They spend too much. They don't know what they're doing. They need to get out of the way and let the free markets work.
Do you think that message will resonate in America today?
I sure hope so, Stuart. I mean, it's got to, because I think you're right. I think Reich is right on one idea that there's going to be a revolution, but how about a positive revolution where people are going and staking their own claim? I mean, making their own money instead of complaining about people who've put the time and effort into doing it themselves.
They're outnumbered by people who say it's not fair.
I don't know how it's not fair. Everyone has the same opportunity.
It doesn't matter whether it's fair or not. They say it's not fair.
Well, I think that's why the discussions like this are critical. We've got to get the message out to people that they have a chance to do this. They need to pull up their bootstraps and go to work.
Okay, we hear you. Steve Siebold, look, thanks very much indeed. A very interesting subject, and we've not heard the last of this one, I'm for sure, on that one. Thanks very much, Steve.